Also, an update tonight on the efforts to restore natural gas service after Friday's pipeline explosion near Willow River, Minnesota. That explosion created large fires in two different portions of that pipeline, so gas was subsequently cut off and eliminating a heat source for more than 600 of those Pine County homes. And tonight, leaders at Northern Natural Gas tell us that temporary gas service is being provided to all of those customers. However, they are still working to reconnect impacted communities to the mainline natural gas. So it's unclear how long that will take. An investigation into the cause of that explosion is still ongoing.